Ladies and gentlemen, this year has been absolutely amazing for the Nintendo Switch, but guess what? It's not over yet. In today's video, I have 6 new Nintendo Switch games that you absolutely need to take a look at. In my opinion, every single one is awesome, so let's go ahead and get right into this video. Yeah, how could this year get any better? Well, it did, I don't know. Past tense, present tense, who the hell knows? I'm here to just tell you 6 awesome Switch games that you need to check out. Before we get started, if you could, please hit a like and subscribe. And down below is links to Discord, Instagram, and Twitch. Come and join the community, I would love for you to be a part of it. But let's go ahead and get into this video. The first game we have to talk about immediately is Super Mario RPG. In this game, you will enter, or revisit if you played the first time, a world of whimsy, with Mario on a quest to repair Star Road and defeat the troublemaking Smithy Gang. Team up with a party of unlikely allies, like the monstrous Bowser, and a mysterious doll named Geno, in this story-rich RPG packed with laughs and quirky characters. If you're not familiar with RPGs, or you find the game too challenging, they have a new mode called Breezy Difficulty Mode, and it's for players who want a story-focused experience. They can use this, which makes battling easier and leveling up faster. That way you can kind of just focus on the story and get through it, but this is just an option. You don't have to use this, and I hope Nintendo does this with more of their franchises. Like, I know this is a remake, and this is a dead-on remake, like a one-for-one, just with better graphics and better music, better gameplay, better everything, but it's a faithful remake. Could you imagine Zelda or Metroid or Splatoon? I don't know, I just think it's such a neat concept, but if you've never played it the first time, or you have, regardless, this is a 10 out of 10 must-play Switch game. The next game we have to talk about is Persona 5 Tactica. After a strange incident, the Phantom Thieves wander into a bizarre realm where its citizens are living under tyrannical oppression. Surrounded by a military group named Legionnaires, they find themselves in grave danger until a mysterious revolutionary named Arena rescues them and offers an inciting deal in exchange for their help. Persona 5 Tactica features an all-new story, the return of fan-favorite characters, and brand new allies and foes. Join the group as they lead an emotional revolution in this thrilling combat adventure. When this game was announced, at least to me, it kind of came as a surprise. I was like, whoa, I thought we were waiting on Persona 6. So if you're a fan of the Persona series, definitely pick this game up. It's a no-brainer. We went from having only Persona 5 Strikers on the Switch to now Persona 3, 4, 5, and Persona 5 Tactica. So you are eating good. In my opinion, Persona games are the standard, probably some of the best RPGs like ever created. And I like when they branch out and do more tactical or more fighting themed games like Strikers and now this. And it just adds to the lore, it adds to the experience. So yeah, this is an easy recommendation. So a game that I was 100% sure that it was going to be a cloud version, if it ever even came out, ever, was Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch. And it turns out I was wrong. And it turns out it runs just fine. Hogwarts Legacy is an immersive, open world action RPG. Damn, there's so many RPGs on this list. Set in the world first introduced in the Harry Potter books. Now you can take control of the action and be at the center of your own adventure in the wizarding world. Experience Hogwarts in the 1800s, make allies, battle dark wizards, and ultimately decide the fate of the wizarding world. Yeah dude, some way, somehow, they got this game to run on the Switch, and yes, the graphics are not as good as on PS5 or Xbox Series X. But I would argue that the gameplay is just fine. One of the few things I think they did to tweak this to make it work on the Switch, I think in the other games, like when you leave the castle to go somewhere else, it's seamless. But in this version, there's a loading screen. If that's one of the main differences, that's not a problem at all. I've been wanting to pick this game up myself. I've already watched a million videos of gameplay and stories and playthroughs, and I can't wait to play it. And I thought, I'll get it, maybe for my Xbox or maybe for my PlayStation. I think I'm going to wait for it to go on sale, but I think I'm going to get this on my Switch because I would love to play this game in handheld mode. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I think it's so impressive that they got this on the Switch and that it runs as good as it does. And if you're a fan of this and this has been on your radar, I would absolutely recommend you pick this up. So now another RPG. Nah, I'm just playing, but this game is very special. I'm talking about Bluey, the video game. I'm not joking, I'm being serious about this game being on this list. Yes, this game is catered to the younger audience. Yes, I think Bluey is one of the greatest shows ever created and I watch it all the time with my daughters. Yes, if you don't know what Bluey is, there's something wrong with you. All that being said, if you have somebody who's into Bluey or you have children and you don't know what to get them, this game is a 10 out of 10. It's perfect, it's flawless. I know it sounds like I'm just upselling it, but if you've ever seen this show, I think it captures the charm perfectly in this game. Join the fun with Bluey and her family in Bluey the video game. Play a brand new story set across 4 interactive adventures. What's cool is you can play this co-op, and I think you can play with up to 4 people, so you can play this with your family. And we went to Spain earlier this year, and it was the first time taking our daughters like out of the country, and all the channels were in Spanish, but the one channel that they did have was like a cartoon channel, and it played Bluey every single day. So at night we would just watch Bluey together, and it was a really special moment, and I really loved the show. I thought it was so awesome, taught really valuable lessons. And I think this is a phenomenal game for any person, younger audience, or if you just like Bluey, pick it up. It's weird that we went from like all RPGs to Bluey, and now the next game is kind of cartoon adjacent as well. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. I love the first one. If you don't know what this is, well, this is Nickelodeon's answer to Super Smash Bros. The first one they put out was decent, but there was just a couple things that felt off. Like, I'm pretty sure there was no voice acting, like at all, so the players would just fight, but it would be complete quiet, and you're like, something doesn't make sense here. Well, in this game, they've tweaked a lot of other stuff, as well as having full voice acting for every single character, including the side characters, and this is now everything the first one should be, and yeah, this is pretty badass, man, I'm not gonna lie. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 lets you duke it out with the biggest and best fighting character roster yet, including all new characters like SpongeBob SquarePants, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Squidward Tentacles, Jimmy Neutron, and more. And I may be biased, but I feel like the early 2000s, late 90s, like that was the best era of Nickelodeon, and it's really cool seeing a lot of those characters in this game. So what's cool is, yes, you can play multiplayer or fight with your friends and stuff, but there's also a single player campaign, so there's actually like some challenges here. And there's really cool power-ups, there's new and improved brawlers, the roster's really cool, it's fun to unlock stuff. You can also, like, say you have a special ability, you can play through and get items from side characters and like power up your abilities and stuff. So they did really do a lot to adjust this one, and if you enjoy fighting games like Smash or you played the first one, this is an easy recommendation. So I am currently in this like weird era of gaming right now where I'm playing a lot of stuff that feels inspired by older games like 16-bit stuff or pixelated games. Like currently I'm playing Katana Zero right now, and I'm just in love with this style of gaming. So I was very happy to learn about this next game. It's called Prison City. Prison City is an action-packed side-scrolling shooter where players blast their way through various levels, defeat bosses, and uncover hidden upgrades. The game features customizable gameplay and difficulty, a boss rush mode for players to compete for the best time, and an excellent retro soundtrack by Radland Studios. Prison City is packed with nods and homage to classic action movies and games from the 80s and 90s, including iconic one-liners, memorable characters, and familiar gameplay mechanics. Fans of the action genre will feel right at home. This game is cool, man. It takes place in, I think, Detroit in 1997, and I just love games that feel like timepieces, the same thing when you watch a movie from back in the day. Games can make you feel the same way, and yeah, I hope games like this continue to be made because I love every single one of them. If you're a fan of retro games or like 8-bit and 16-bit games or just games that feel, I guess, of this style, or maybe even arcade games, you're gonna feel right at home. And if you don't normally play stuff like this, I would challenge you to go back and play this. You're probably gonna enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, there was 6 new Switch games that I think you should definitely check out. They're all worth it in my opinion, and I think we covered a wide range of games today. A lot of RPGs, but they're kind of different. Down below in the comments, let me know any new Switch games that you're playing, any new Switch games you think I should check out. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.